stop these two teams from crashing the pitch. It's the Saints of Siena College taking on the Eagles of Boston College here on ACC Network Extra. Hello everybody, I'm Luis Sanchez, proud to bring you this NCAA soccer matchup here on the campus of Boston College. Two teams that come into today with records similar 2-1. The Eagles 2-1 following a loss this past week against UMass, a shutout loss for the Eagles. Similar with the Saints of Siena College, they took on Providence. The Friars 4 goals down in Providence, Rhode Island against the Siena Saints, and that gave them their first loss. So both teams really kind of identical in how they attack and what they look like this year in front of two third-year coaches in Bob Thompson for Boston College and Graciano Brito in his third season for Siena. Get you starting lineups here for today's matchup. First for the Siena College Saints, in front of goalkeeper Greg Monroe, who became the program all-time leader in wins with 22 against UMass, will be Jesper Schoenvotange, Thomas Sams, Miguel Plaza, Henrik Winkelmann, Thomas Storoldegard, Jakob Arochige Jensen. Eric Race will get the start on the back. Cole Hellert, Zach Gardner, and Magnus Sabi all in front of Monroe. For the Eagles, Brendan Klein will get the start between the pipes for Boston College. In front of him is Diego Ochoa, Victor Souza, Sam White making his first start on the season. Amos Shapiro Thompson is the captain. He'll have that highlighter band on his arm, along with Augustine Bodie, Tyshawn Rose, Jonathan Murphy, Adrian Zenko, Stefan Sigurdarsson, who's second in the ACC in points, and C.J. Williams getting the start, the freshman, on the back. So both lineups very young with a mix of veteran presence. It's a Siena team that had the MAC Rookie of the Year in Jakob Sandun Arochige Jensen, product out of Denmark, now a sophomore. 5 goals in his career, 7 assists for 17 points. A couple of other teammates were named to the all-rookie team for Siena. The Saints have done a good job controlling pace here to open up this half. Quick pass goes back, and Rose will use the body to try to shield the defender from getting there. It'll be a goal kick for Boston College. Eagles coming off of a 6-7-2 year in the ACC. They finished 2-4-2. They lost to Virginia Tech in the ACC first round. It's following a season where the Eagles did not compete in the spring season of 2020 after COVID hit. The Eagles made the NCAA tournament back in 2019. Lost in the second round to Washington. It was a 2-0 score there for the Huskies. Siena building off of a 9-7-3 season where they finished 4th in their conference, were able to host a postseason tournament game. Ended up losing that matchup to the 5-seed Rider. Rider made it all the way to the championship game and lost there. This one back for Klein, will handle it nicely and quickly gets it back out on the field to push the Eagles ahead. And this is what Bob Thompson talked to us in the preseason call a couple weeks ago, is getting the Eagles ahead, forcing them to utilize the space. It's a very different formation that you'll see, but the Eagles try to push forward their back. So you'll see a couple of these backs utilize the wing. Good conditioning and speed for the Eagles. For Graciano Brito as well, he's got a lot of international products mixed in with a lot of U.S. players, trying to get those players on the same page and buying into his system as well. Both these coaches taking over right there during the pandemic. This one into the box, thrown in on the near side. It's cleared out of trouble. Now all the way back as Sobi looks ahead. Taken by the Eagles, Adrian Zenko will look for the pass to the far side for Rose. Rose maybe a step too behind on that play. Cleared out again all the way back. Victor Souza comes back for it. 42nd career game in his 42nd start as an Eagle. Started every match last season, picked up his first career point against Quinnipiac last year. It was an assist. 84 minutes in that game against Northeastern. Back around for Diego Ochoa. 4th start for Ochoa this season. This comes all the way back. Looks like we got a whistle back where the ball was kicked from. Little collision. Be a stern warning on the far side for both these players, mainly Boston College here on the slide tackle. Looks like Augustine Bodie, a freshman from Ghana. No card there. So now some pressure here for the Eagles as the Saints try to work it up. Cut off on the pass, but right back for Sabi. Now taken away for the Saints as Eric Race, a preseason All-MAC selection, tries to get it back over for Monroe. Monroe's wearing the captain band here for Siena as this one goes to the far sideline. Working it back, and just off that ball was Diego Ochoa. Looked like the ball got under the cleat and he slipped. So remains possession for Siena. Both teams just trying to feel each other out here in the opening 6 minutes of this first half. Take you through the series history between these two teams, all tied up at 1-1. This third all-time meeting between Boston College and Siena. Siena winning back in 2009. That was a double overtime victory here in Chestnut Hill as the Saints upset the Eagles that year. Boston College got their first win of the series back in 1999, a 3-1 victory back when Boston College was playing in the Big East. Feels like so long ago. Eagles joining the ACC in 2005. Back around, good pressure here by Hellert. Hellert tries to win it back, but it's kicked towards defense here for the Eagles. Good move for CJ Williams to settle the ball. We'll look for the opening on the near side. Amos Shapiro-Thompson will retrieve it. Down the line, looks ahead. Gets it over for Murphy, but just out of reach. Jonathan Murphy, seen action in the first two matches, played 34 minutes against UMass and 10 minutes in that season opener against Quinnipiac. Gets his first start here today, product out of Loomis Chaffee. He's captain of his club team, the New England Revolution, back in high school. Again, both teams spacing out the field. The defenses have done a good job not giving up a lane so far, especially with the field conditions being so wet. It's been 2 days of rain here in the Newton area. Much needed rain in the Boston area. This is turned over. It leads to a 3-on-1 lead pass for Shapiro-Thompson. Tries to tip it past Monroe. Good sprawling save as he gets down to the ground. That's what makes Greg Monroe so good. Big posture at 6'4", 190 pounds. Came out. It's a good opportunity for the Eagles, but a heads-up play by the keeper. On the near side, played off the leg of Murphy. Eagles getting some momentum here in the first half now. Good moves by Adrian Zenko, the grad student. Had a goal and an assist in his debut. Scored against Quinnipiac. Started every match so far this year. Attended college in Croatia. Using his graduate year here for the Boston College Eagles. 9 different countries represented on the Siena roster. Eagles up there as well. Good diversity on both these teams. Both coaches knowing there's plenty of soccer players out there on the planet. You ain't got to stay here in your own backyard. Free kick will come from the near side. Bob Thompson talked about having these opportunities, whether it's corners or free kicks. Got to take advantage of them. This one comes into the box, just over the outstretched arm of Monroe and over the net. So Monroe will get a chance here to send it back out. Senior from Clifton Park, New York. Told you, program all-time leader in wins. Set that record in their second win of the season against UMass Lowell. He's team captain last year as a senior. Started all 19 games. This one comes back to the near side. Monroe now becomes the 4th Siena player with over 300 saves in his career, following that save earlier in the first half. Had a great career for the Saints. Back back in his junior year, played every minute on the season, made 39 saves at a 1.58 goals against average. He's continued to be a staple in between those pipes. You can see why Siena relies on him. He's aggressive when he needs to be and stays patient as well. Long pass to the far side. Eagles will drop 3. Through the middle on the far side is Hellert. Hellert looking to the corner. It's good defense there by Rose, who kicks it towards the far sideline, but it's off the foot of the Saints player. And it's going to be Boston College ball. Throw in comes in. Over for Sigurdarsson, who finds Shapiro Thompson, but that pass just too far in front. To the near side. Lead pass for Shapiro Thompson's too far in front. Gotta credit sophomore Jonathan Murphy. He's been involved on the plays. Sophomore from Monson, Massachusetts. Played in 13 games with 6 starts in his freshman season. Got a season high 70 minutes played against Northeastern. This one back for Klein. It's going to be flag up offside there on the Saints. First time today we've seen that long pass downfield. I think since the rain has settled a bit, we've got more of a light drizzle happening. It's allowing the players to get more of a footing under the ball on this turf. Back to the near side, taken by Souza. Souza, originally from Ozone Park, New York. Went to Robert H. Goddard High School. Was a third-team All-ACC his junior year. Played in that Northeastern game this year as well, down to 33 minutes here in the first half. Shapiro Thompson on the near side will get the throw in. It's actually through the middle and taken back by the Saints. Souza over for Ochoa, trying to find it in the middle. Looked like Bodie was there, but some contact. Sabi, the freshman from Denmark, will get the restart here for Siena. This one played through. Some contact there. We'll give it back to Boston College. Looked like Sam White, the sophomore, was there for BC. White playing in his 18th game. 4th career start. Just 1 point in his career, came on an assist against Holy Cross last season. So both teams going back and forth on the turf. Monroe has been probably the one most challenged by the Eagles with a couple of opportunities, one on a set piece that just went over the crossbar, and then a 3-on-1 develop, but Monroe aggressively came out, put his body down on the turf, and made the save. Brendan Klein has had a couple balls come in the box, but nothing too dangerous just yet. I told you last time these two teams met was back in 2009. Emery Welshman scored in the 104th minute. Game was also on a Tuesday afternoon here in Chestnut Hill. It was Siena's first ever game against an ACC team in program history. Ended up winning that game, although they were outshot 14-13 by the Eagles. Phil Shabbat making the save in that game to keep the clean sheet. Siena playing their first ACC opponent since 2011, where they played Syracuse. Back on the near side, taken by Shapiro Thompson. Off the body and cleared out. Zach Gardner, again, coming in to poke that out. Some stats so far. 2 shots, 1 on goal for the Eagles. No shots on goal for the Saints just yet. 1 save there. You see it for Monroe's 300th career save, which moves him to 4th player in program history to have 300-plus saves. No corners for either team just yet. Shapiro Thompson on the near side. Looks across for Murphy. Murphy looks to send one in the box. Long pass for Rose. Settles that one nicely. Some patient offense here for the Eagles. Back across and in, and that's a shot on Monroe. He'll just settle it down and kill some time here. Again, that's what the Eagles offense wants to do. They want to capitalize on kind of lazy defense, find those holes and get that rushing player either up from the wing or get those crosses into the box, and whether it's Sigurdarsson or Shapiro Thompson, getting someone in there. Back on the foot of C.J. Williams. He'll send it back for Klein. Boots it to the opposite end for Ochoa. Ochoa, the sophomore. Played in 10 games last year. Far side pass for Bodie. Looks to send it in for Sigurdarsson. Canceled out. Now taken by Souza. Played across for Zenko. Now Zenko looks for Shapiro Thompson. It's gonna go all the way back. Eagles have no issue kind of spacing out the field, keeping that defense moving. Similar to the north-south action you see from Siena, this one's kind of north-south and around the world for Boston College, but again, they want to keep their players and the defense active, always moving. That's what Bob Thompson stresses about conditioning and making sure these players are fit for this game. Turnover for the Saints. They'll try to switch directions as well. Nice pass through the middle. Taken by Heller, and just too hard on the touch, goes out of play. Third season for Graciano Brito, a Quinnipiac product, so knows exactly what it takes to play in the Metro Atlantic Conference. It's a former walk-on, blossomed into one of the greatest players in program history for Quinnipiac. He was a two-time NCAA and Adidas All-American. This one in the box, but cleared back out. Patiently trying to set up their offense is Boston College. Well, Siena has tried a couple times to come downfield. The BC defense has prevented shots on goal. On the near side, sneaking through back door was Gardner, but unseen by his teammates. Switches back to the near side, taken by Plaza, freshman. Playing his fourth game this season, saw 54 minutes against Providence. Had a shot on goal against the Riverhawks of UMass Lowell. Back on the near side. It's just beautiful how both these teams not rushing the play, almost breaking down there defensively, but coming back was Souza. Now the defense will settle. Communication increases here as the Saints break through midfield. They'll send it back to their defense. Henrik Winkleman, preseason All-MAC selection, started in the first three games. Winkleman, second team All-MAC and MAC All-Rookie team. Served as a captain last year as a freshman. Just shows you his leadership, product out of Germany. On the far side, that's cleared out on the near side. It's going to be a throw-in coming up. So Gardner had a good chance at sophomore, Glastonbury, Connecticut. Eagles defense comes over. Souza, the senior, will throw it in for Sigurdarsson. Stefan Sigurdarsson, we talked about him in the open, 9th in ACC in shots, 2nd in points, also 2nd in goals with 4. And fairly quiet in that UMass game, and so far here to start this one against Siena. See if the Eagles try to get him involved early on. For Siena, they have a couple of good players who can really turn a game. As this one comes into the box, looking for Sigurdarsson, but it's going to be just wide on the kick flick back. We're going to see our first sub on the near side, Antonio Linga, the redshirt senior, will check in. Linga will give Miguel Plaza a little break here on the near side. Linga playing in his 49th career game. He's a transfer from Campbell, transferred after his freshman year. He redshirted his freshman year at Campbell. Joined the Saints in January of 2019. On the near side, this one kept in and forced back through the middle. Off the face on the near side of Zenko. Throw in comes for Eric Race. Another substitution coming in for Siena. It's going to be Bilal Hersey, product out of Lewiston, Maine, by way of Decatur, Georgia. This one through the middle and taken by Zenko. Looks for the long pass over for Rose, but just out of reach, and it goes to Hersey. Hersey, an amazing story here for the Saints. His father was part of the Somali Olympic Committee back in the 1996 Summer Olympic Games. That opportunity allowed him to kind of see the States when his country was hit with some war. They had to find a new place to live. He came over to Georgia. And after some trouble there in the neighborhoods, they decided to move up to Lewiston, Maine, where a lot of the Somalian refugees were living at the time. Good community up there. So Hersey and his family spent some time up in Maine. You can see right there, Lewiston's main man. He became a two-time Gatorade Player of the Year. He's part of the U20 Somali national team, trying to get that team some recognition in the Africa Cups. All-time leading scorer in Lewiston High School history. Really, one of the stories I read about this young man is just bringing the community together. Somalian refugees were new into Maine, and Maine, if you know the New England area, especially Lewiston, Maine, not predominantly a minority community. But Hersey and his team, winning those 2 state titles, really brought that community together. And great story on today, on Hersey and his family's journey. Wants to be a professional soccer player. We'll continue that path as this goes in on Monroe. Has a couple more years, just a junior. 7 goals in his career. He's playing in his 31st game. 3 game-winning goals on his foot. Back through the middle. Second time here in the first half that the Saints have tried to hold possession here in the Eagles' third. But Bodie takes that away. It's a 3-on-3 developing for the Eagles. Shapiro Thompson on the right, Sigurdarsson on the left. Through ball for Sigurdarsson is just too far in front. Bodie just sent that one through, was hoping that maybe would slow down a little bit with the rain on the turf, but instead it pushed the ball further for Greg Monroe. He was able to corral that one. Second time the Eagles have had a 3-on-3 or less, going the opposite way. Greg Monroe has been real aggressive outside that box, coming in and being present. Pass on the near side, cut off. Souza looks up, has some players in front, will slow it down, gives it up to Shapiro Thompson. Now cross. Back pass, was looking for Sigurdarsson. Here on the near side, just coaches trying to keep this Eagles offense patient. It's not a game of keep away per se for the Eagles. It's more of find that opening, and if it's not there, switch it back around. See if it opens up. And again, just staying patient to that plan. Bob Thompson talking about getting the right pieces here, the right culture. Bodie on the far side for Rose. Now Rose gets the deflection. Rose in the box. Rose fires a shot, looking for a tip in front. Saved by Monroe. Sigurdarsson tries to keep it alive. Sigurdarsson pokes it, but it's cleared out in the box. clean play all around defensively. The Eagles could not put it behind Greg Monroe. It's going to be a goal kick coming up for the Saints. Probably the best defensive stand so far here in the first half for Siena. And Greg Monroe kept his hands active there on that far post. It was Rose and Sigurdarsson who tried to convert there. But again, credit to Greg Monroe, graduate student from Clifton Park, New York. Back on the near side, Souza looks across, gets that pass backwards and taken by Arochige Jensen. Reigning MAC Rookie of the Year is Jakob Arochige Jensen. Goes back defensively to help on that last play. Started every match so far this year. Has 4 shots on goal. Again, we told you he was the Rookie of the Year. First team All-MAC, was the first Siena freshman to be named to the MAC first team. Also a MAC All-Rookie team selection. 18 starts in 19 matches, 5 goals, 7 assists for 17 points. Recorded 3 games with multiple goals and assists, including a 2-goal, 1-assist effort against Canisius. This one through the middle again. This neutral area on the pitch has been a battle. First felt like BC had controlled the tempo there, but now Siena really earning that ball back. Souza will switch it back across for CJ Williams. Now Ochoa. Ochoa, originally from La Paz, Mexico, played for Loudoun United and the LA Galaxy Academy. Highly sought after recruit. It's back on the near side. Looks like it crossed the line. It's going to be a throw in here for Siena. Eagles come in 42 shots today. That came tied for 6th in the ACC. Tied for first on goals with 8. 2.67 goals per game so far through their first 3 games of the year. So as a team that likes to shoot, 36 shots, it's second in the MAC. This one's turned over and given up to White. White tries to fire one in the box, but that's just wide. Some shots coming here late as we get closer to halftime. See if this game opens up a little bit. So returning 24 players, 7 new additions to their roster. Long pass ahead. It's a race for it as Thomas Storodegaard tries to get there first. Good effort on the defensive end by Williams, but it's taken away from Storodegaard. Williams now puts a foot up. It's going to be a throw-in. So a battle there on the far side. Thomas, a MAC All-Rookie team selection last season, scored the game-winning goal against UMass Lowell. That came in the 83rd minute. Saints held on against the Riverhawks, winning that game 2-1. First time they started 2-0 since 2014. Another chance here for Shapiro Thompson. Gives it to the left side for Rose, but that's cleared out on the far side. It's going to be a throw-in. Another good effort on the defensive end here for the Saints. Ochoa will send it back for Williams. Both teams trying to space out the D, find that opportunity. And again, the defense for both of these teams have been great in just cutting off those angles, and it shows you just how similar both these teams want to be here this season. Be patient with the ball, find the attacking area, and take advantage of it when you can. No need to force mistakes or give away turnovers. Plenty of space on the pitch to utilize to your advantage. You can see it here. BC goes all the way back towards Klein. Williams will slowly and methodically send this back up to the left side. Ochoa with some vision in front. Now looks for a runner. Bodie will reset. Over to the near side for Souza. Rose looks for some help, gets it from Bodie. You can see the Eagles have closed the field down, pushed the Saints back. Now back for Souza. Good fake by Souza, creates some space on the left side. Gives it off onto the right. Shapiro Thompson looking into the box. Cross. It's not high enough to connect with Sigurdarsson, but it's cleared out by the defense. Could be another chance here for the Eagles on the offensive end. 14:30 remaining here in the first half. The story so far, it's been Greg Monroe in between the cage there for the Saints. Some big saves here in the first half to keep it scoreless. Boston College is threatened. He's done a phenomenal job. Corner comes in, cleared out again by the defense. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Luis Sanchez here on ACC Network Extra, bringing you this NCAA soccer matchup between the Saints of Siena College and the Eagles of Boston College. There's some contact down there. It looks like we're going to get a free kick coming up for the Eagles. Looks like Shapiro Thompson and Erochige Jensen were the ones that collided there. And still with under 13:30 to go here in the first half. No shots for Siena, and a little surprising. Again, this is the second best team in the MAC in shots. They had 36 coming into today. Eagles will get another opportunity here in the offensive box. See Shapiro Thompson going to work his way to the top of that box. Bodie will come over to send the corner in. Shapiro Thompson will be beside him just in case. Moving away is Adrian Zenko. He connects the pass. Back on the near side, Shapiro Thompson gets an alley, gets a shot off, and cleared out by the defense again. You can see the frustration there by Thomas Sams, just trying to get his players in the right positioning. Sophomore from England, played for Leicester City. All 3 starts in his career have come this season. Played 90 minutes against Sacred Heart and Providence. Eagles looking for a handball there, but instead it's cleared out to the near side and trying to keep it on the line, but taken away by Murphy. Out of play. Gonna slow down the rush there. Hersey had a good chance to go one-on-one with his speed. But a good job again defensively by Jonathan Murphy to cut off that angle and kick it out of play. To the far side. Junior Kone comes in for Jensen. And Nick Fernandez comes in for Thomas Starodegaard. Back to the near side. Souza trying to get it over to the near side. Shapiro Thompson looks up. That's deflected out of play by Gardner. Pass goes back for Souza. Souza gets some pressure on him, and good defensive effort by Junior Kone. Playing in his 20th career game. Has 5 shots, 1 on goal so far this year. Played 41 minutes against Sacred Heart. Also saw some action against UMass Lowell. Souza getting pushed back on the near sideline on where that ball was, where it crossed the line. Sideline throw on the near side. Throw in comes. Long throw from Murphy's kicked back. Taken here by the Saints. Kone. Now Siena trying to push the Eagles back defensively. They'll take their time as well. Winkleman to the far side. A couple of subs awaiting to enter for Boston College here on the near side. It's going to be Walker Davey, Camilo Ponce, midfielder, Jesus Segun. All await to come in here as this one's gonna be brought back on the kick. Just beyond midfield, or just inside of midfield here for the Eagles. Ochoa will send it back for Williams. Siena's coming off that loss against Providence. 4-0 the final, but 3 of those goals coming in the second half. So it'll be a big test here for head coach Graciano Brito to see if they can respond and hold this Boston College team scoreless as they have so far here in the first half. Now into the 36th minute in Newton. Williams will switch it over to the far side for Ochoa. Connects with Bodie. Has Rose to his left. Will send the cross in. Header. Back goal! Stefan Sigurdarsson with the header. Makes it 1-0 Boston College. And now ties the ACC lead with 9 goals for Sigurdarsson, the senior, career goal 21. Up to 49 points now with that goal. His 5th of the season for Boston College. That comes in the 36th minute. It's a good feed on the far side by Bodie to cross it in. Sigurdarsson had the size advantage. Just flicked it off the head and sent it to the back corner. Boston College strikes first here against Siena. It's just their 2nd goal in 3 meetings. Excuse me, their 4th goal in 3 meetings. Scored 3-1 that last time. The Eagles lead. We'll see what Siena can do in response. Goes right back to the Eagles. Sigurdarsson having himself quite the year. He finished 9th in the ACC in goals back in his freshman year. He was all ACC 3rd team and all ACC freshman. Actually ECAC Rookie of the Year. Had himself quite the year, and Bob Thompson and this Eagles team know he will be one of the catalysts for their offense, but not the catalyst for their offense. Thompson talking about getting everybody involved, not having just 1 player or 2 players who can score the ball, but a depth of scorers. Back on the near side, Souza looks for the pass up top. Gets it cleared out on the near side by the Saints, and goes out of play, a throw-in coming up. Souza looks for the pass on the near side. Looks like he's gonna ask for a new ball. That one fell a little flat to him. He squeezes it. We'll get a new one. On the near side, Sigurdarsson tries to settle. Kept in on the near side by Race. This one goes all the way back. It's a tough stretch for the Saints. 5 of their first 8 games on the season start on the road. This is their 3rd in 4 games. They have 2 more in their next 4. Back through the middle. Taken back by Winkleman. Passing here for the Saints to try to open up the space. Winkleman's going to utilize it. Tries to get the cross on the near side for Gardner. Cleared out by the defense for BC. Rose gets tangled up, but we'll send it backwards for Ochoa. And now Klein will have it here for Boston College. Trying to move everybody up. Now Souza. That back line with Ochoa and Souza. It's been really good for BC. Long pass goes up for Rose. Gets by. So we approach 39th minute upcoming here in Newton. There's a 36-minute goal by Stefan Sigurdarsson to give Boston College the lead. His 5th goal this season. Augustine Bodie gets his first career points as the assist on that play. Back on the far side, some good movement on the ball, but looks like this one's gonna go back to Siena. Segun, Ponce, and Davey all subbed in for Murphy, Bodie, and Shapiro-Thompson, respectively. Foul on the Eagles on that far side. Now Gardner gives it back through the middle again for Winkleman. Winkleman's pass is deflected back. Almost a chance there was Sigurdarsson. Some numbers here for Siena. Good pass on the near side, trying to get some air under it. But it bounces in the box, and Klein's able to corral that one. It's a good idea for the offense there for Siena to just have the numbers on the far side of the field. Looked like Nick Fernandez was rushing up. Had some help with Zach Gardner, but the pass just not far enough. Now Monroe has the ball back. Segun applying some pressure. Now back for Gardner. Gardner runs into some trouble but settles. Uses the space in front. Sigurdarsson will take it away. Sigurdarsson trying to line up the shot, but just got too much turf under it. We'll try to scrape out the turf in front of that box. Try to find the angle. Force the shot. Goes back to Siena. 4 minutes remaining here in this first half. It's Boston College team picked 5th in the Atlantic Division in the ACC. Looking up after the first couple of weeks, Syracuse, NC State, Wake Forest, Clemson, Louisville, all undefeated so far. NC State and Syracuse with a draw. ACC is going to be such a tough conference this year. This one to the far side. Cross comes into the box, looking for the head of Gardner. Sophomore was there, just a little too far beyond. Eagles get the throw in. So that's what Siena wants to do, try to get some pressure here at the end of the half, but long pass gonna go off. Taken by Segun. Jesus, a graduate student from Miami, Florida, for Weston FC. On the near side, this one goes across. Taken by Sams. Utilize the space on the far side, getting it right back through the middle was Sabi. Percy's gonna get the throw in. Junior trying to rush it in. His time is winding down in the first half. Enrique Winkleman. Send it for Linga. Boston College leading the stats. See there, 8 shots, 2 of which on goal, one of them in the back of the net. 1 save for Greg Monroe. Brennan Klein not tested so far in 3 corner kicks for the Eagles. Eagles don't want to give up any corners this year. It's one of those keys to the game is making sure you limit the amount of set pieces given up to your opponents. Back for Hersey. Hersey gives it up, now taken back by Segun. Looks for the through ball on the near side. Connects there with Walker Davey. Davey, slow it down. Segun through the middle for Williams. Williams looks across on the far side for Ochoa. They'll get it back. Hit the 44th minute. Williams So size down this defense for Siena. Goes over for Ochoa. Souza. Some pressure there from Fernandez. Force it back. Well, Stefan Sigurdarsson, the lone tally here in the first half. His 5th goal of the season coming in the 36th minute. He's given Boston College a lead here with 30 seconds remaining in the half. Eagles gonna be content, not making any mistakes here defensively and going into the locker room with a lead. Short in the field on the far side. Davies gonna send it across. Off the foot and taken back off the hand. So White kicks it. Reset comes with 10 seconds remaining. Now 3 seconds, excuse me. That's gonna do it here for the end of the first half. It was a good start to this one. Both teams real patient with their offense, trying to set it up. It's been Boston College here late as Stefan Sigurdarsson in the 36th minute scores it. His 5th of the year, and he's given Boston College a 1-0 lead as we head to the locker room. Join us for a second. We're back to Newton here as Boston College leads 1-0 to start the second half. It's a goal by Stefan Sigurdarsson in the 36th minute in the first half to give Boston College this 1-0 lead. His 5th goal of the year, now tied for the lead in the ACC with Connor Kelly from NC State, who also has 5 goals this year. Eagles with wins against Quinnipiac and Northeastern. Fell in their 3rd game of the year against UMass in their first road test of the season. Ponce on the near side. He scored in that opener against Quinnipiac, the freshman, in his debut, getting a goal and an assist. Started the last 2 matches, played 56 minutes against UMass. Ponce out of Amityville, New York, went to Amityville Memorial. There's a chance inside the box and off the body there of Segun. Segun's been active since he was substituted on. He keeps applying the pressure. Again, the product out of Miami, Florida. And 1 goal, 2 assists, 4 points as a sophomore. Started the first 9 games of the year. His first career goal came in a game-winning fashion. It was 3-2 against Holy Cross. He scored the game winner. Saints gonna go back towards Monroe. Monroe was busy in that first half. They had 1 real big save. Eagles with 2 shots on goal. This one back to the left side. Rowe's a little delayed getting there. Defense gonna clear it. Try to keep it in play. Good rush off the near side, keeping that ball alive. Not too hard of a touch there on the near side for Siena, and that goes out of play. Ochoa is gonna switch it back for Williams, and now Souza needs to give it back to Ochoa. For Siena, they started 2-0 for the first time since 2014. Big win against Sacred Heart. 2nd time in 2 seasons that the Saints defeated Sacred Heart in the opener, and with a late goal. And in their home opener, defeated UMass Lowell by a score of 2-1. Official's gonna set the free kick here. A couple yards outside the box for the Eagles. They had a great set piece against Quinnipiac, where they drew about 4 players towards the ball, made some misdirections happen, and it was scored in from the set piece. We'll see what Bob Thompson and the players out there have in store here. The wall is set up. Ochoa, a little delayed there on the kick, waits. Ochoa sets it. Now we'll reset the kick. Ochoa! Punched away by Monroe. What a save! Diego had a great line on that backside. Tried to keep it low, but Monroe sprawls out, punches it free. That's the second time today Greg Monroe has saved a goal for Siena. Ponce on the near side. Looks up top. One touch from White. Gets it back. Over for Ponce. Ponce, nice move inside. Tries to go back post. Settled and taken on the far end by Cargill. Looking for the header. Just too far in front. And that crosser from Ochoa sails over the crossbar. Ay, 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 Diego Ochoa almost getting a goal twice on that sequence for Boston College. And Ochoa picked up his first collegiate point as an assist against Hartford last year. This one back around for the Eagles. Williams will settle. Rain starting to come down here in Newton. It's the first summer day. It's actually nice and cool here. Yesterday, the weather and humidity a little bit unbearable, but today just a beautiful day. Well, you have the rain. Again, the rain's much needed in this area. Back to the far side, under the lights in Newton. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Luis Sanchez, proud to bring you ACC soccer coverage here on ACC Network Extra. This is a non-conference matchup between Boston College and Siena College. Two teams meeting for the first time since 2009. That game coming in September, late September of 2009. Ochoa, another cross in the box. That one just sails to the far side, trying to keep it in. Looks like it's going to favor Siena. Some contact there. A little slow to get up on that far side. Looks like we'll get a stoppage here with 39:35. Far side, that one went out. It's going to be a free kick. Off the contact there, just a foul on Boston College. No card on that far side. Looks like both players just making an attempt on the ball, and especially with the rain picking up, you see a lot of players hitting the turf. Gets a little slippery out there. On kick. Off by Souza. Looks for Sigurdarsson. Now has Ponce. The freshman tries to navigate, but cleared out by the defense. And kick there on the, looked like the top knee or thigh. But Junior Kone will just walk it off. Kick comes to the near side. Sean Votangen gets it back. So now it's Siena being patient with their offense, trying to space out this BC defense. See the stats come across your screen here. BC leading in shots. Still no shots for Siena. And again, team that fired 36 shots in their first 3 games of the season. Not been able to put one on Brendan Klein in this BC defense. Monroe with 2 saves so far in this contest, and some big saves for Monroe. Eagles have the corner advantage 4-0. Siena called for 2 offsides while the Eagles just won. And 2 teams that want to limit the mistakes, limit the opportunities given to their opponents. So free kick coming for the Eagles. Ted Cargill, the freshman from England, will set up here alongside Diego Ochoa. Ochoa, the product from Alexandria, Virginia. It's actually going to be Cargill who sends the cross in. That one settled and now cleared on the far side by Kone. Coming up, the Eagles will take on number 1 team in the land in Clemson. That game will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ACC Network Extra. Eagles going to open up their ACC schedule against Clemson. Take on Louisville following that weekend. Louisville, another great team here in the ACC. We told you this ACC is stacked. See all these teams in the United Soccer Coaches Poll top 25. 5 ACC teams in the top 15. Notre Dame stumbled a little bit, but that's a team that you should watch out for later on in the year. And as the season progresses, they're there at number 22. Eagles will welcome North Carolina here to Newton later on in the year. Back over for Williams. Settled nicely on that far side. Some pressure here for Siena. That's going to go just out of play. So now the Saints. Back on the near side. Pass is intercepted by Rose. Trying to get there to help was Cargill. Looks like he gets a foul called on him. So it's going to be a restart for Siena. And it looks like the official is going to stop the clock here as free kick will come from just outside the mid-circle. Official giving Rose a warning after that delay of game. It's going to go back here for the Saints. Rain starting to pick up here. Long ball goes back. Chasing it is Williams. Williams will just hit it out on the far sideline. Saints will look for a throw-in quickly. They get it over to Gardner. Gardner looks up, gets it right back to the far side. Some space here, and outside the box. Looks like a free kick is coming up. Just outside the box. No, actually, it's not going to be a free kick. It's a great defensive effort on that far side by Souza. Looked like he slid, made some contact there with Kone. Brendan Klein came over and gave him an emphatic, yeah, that's what you do. But it's going to be a goal kick and not a free kick on that far side. Both teams have really played good defense. Nothing real dirty in this game. Nothing that's kind of riding that line of too much. This is back on the far side. Trying to recover is Williams. As Ochoa there for some support. Kone really wanted that ball. He's beelining towards it. Just didn't have the support with him. This one through the middle for Ponce. Touch passing for the Eagles. Ponce looks for a lane. Tries to call for it. Doesn't get it. On the near side, it's Rose. Rose. Back up for Ted Cargill. Cargill saw action against Northeastern and UMass. 20 minutes against the Minutemen. The Eagles will reset and send it back for Williams. Ochoa has been busy here in the second half. Cross it to the far side. Trying to settle that one on the far side was Davey. Just misplayed it. Or he lost it in the lights here. Into the 57th minute. Here in Newton we go. Off a body, it's going to favor Boston College on that far side, so a throwing coming up for the Eagles. Graciano Brito, the head coach in his third season, trying to send commands here from the near side for the Saints. Been stuck in their own zone for the majority of this contest against Boston College. Rose on the left side. Tries to size up the defender. Goes left and has Ponce behind for some support. Goes to Ponce. Ponce tries to navigate his way into the box. Sends a cross in. Ponce looking for Sigurdarsson, just out of reach. Now Rose allows that one to drop. Cleared out. Over for Williams. One touch over for Rose. Gives it back for Cargill. Looks for Ponce. Again, this patient offense will wait Or something to open up. Ochoa goes back for Williams. Souza will switch it back to the far side for Davey. And back for Souza. See the Eagles trying to draw Siena back out towards midfield, create those openings. Ochoa on the left side with some space, looks for the through ball, gets it over for Ponce. Touches it for Rose, back for the cross. Sigadarson attempted at the header. Now back for Rose, who comes back to retrieve it, but it's turned over. A lane upcoming for Thomas Starodegaard. Starodegaard looks through the middle. Pass is cut off. Sobey was waiting for it. Now Rose going to touch it back for Ponce. Eagles will give and go. They'll swing it back for Ochoa. Chances there. Both these teams, Siena with a good chance to break out, but again, the defense standing tall for Boston College. 1-0 the score. Stefan Sigadarson, his 5th on the season, gave Boston College the lead in the 36th minute. That's the difference maker so far. Eagles have fired shots. They've had opportunities to put some more behind the net, but Greg Monroe has been phenomenal for Siena. Brendan Klein not tested at all here through the first 59 minutes of this game. To midfield, calling for it on the near side was Sean Votangen. It's been fairly quiet here today. Through the middle, now back around. Arochige Jensen was looking for the long pass. It was cut off, and now Ponce will settle here for the Eagles. Both teams really stacking their non-conference early on. Quinnipiac and Boston College going back at it to start their season, similar to Sacred Heart and Siena. Northeastern always a tough matchup for the Eagles. Those Huskies, 2 penalty kicks in the second half. Allow them to come back into that game. Eagles will held them off as this is touched in the box. Back out for Rose. Rose up top for Cargill. Cargill, nice move. Trying to get the give and go there, but it's cut off by the defense. Active feet out there for Siena. On the far side. Cleared back. Cargill, good battle there, wins it back. Now Davey trying to spin, kicking it over for Sigadarson. Defense again with the clearance. On the near side, Ochoa will let it go out. Eagles will have a sub. Looks like Ochoa will get a much-needed break here on the near side. The sophomore was the catalyst of those offensive sequences. Also for Siena stepping out will be Jakob Arochige Jensen. Rookie of the year smacks the flag on his way out. He's frustrated. Ponce applying some pressure. Passed up. Now Sigadarson uses his body, forces that pass back. Over for Sean Votangen. To the opposite end. Now Siena moves ahead. Some bodies forward for the Saints. This one's going to come backwards for Sabi. Sabi, far side, too much on that pass, and Kone just lets it go out. So throw-in coming up for the Eagles. That's kind of been the story, is once Siena gets into BC territory past midfield, they haven't been able to sustain pressure, hold on to that ball to create opportunities. Chances will come if they continue to work the ball through. Rose back for Williams. Now for Souza. He was going to cycle it around here, trying to find that opening again. Little Jocks coming into the game. Pass on the near side for Rose. Touches it nicely, gives it up to Williams. Rose on the sideline. Flag is up. Looked like Rose was just out of bounds when he played it. So it goes back to Siena. Some pressure from the Eagles. The Saints trying to break it through. Pass on to the far side. Gardner is going to catch up. Gardner with the cross into the box. Deflects back out for Ponce. And he's just going to try to play it back. Gets it right back onto his foot. Davey trying to sustain pressure here for the Eagles. Instead, it's taken for Siena. Sean Votangen will cross this one into the box. Gardner puts a foot on it. Now it's cleared out by Williams. Davey just trying to clear the trouble in front of the box. We'll get this back out to midfield. Now Siena applying some pressure here in the second half. A couple of crosses in the box have been some of the most sustained opportunities. This throw-in comes in too early. We'll get some subs on the near side. Shapiro Thompson will check in for the Eagles, the senior, as well as Augustine Bodie. Sigadarson and Davey will check out. For Siena, it'll be Thomas Steroldegard, who comes out on the near side. And Bilal Hersey. The goal kick coming up for the Eagles. But if you're Siena, you're happy here with the pressure they're putting on in the second half. You haven't been able to put a shot on Klein, but in the first half, not a lot of crosses going in through the box and not a lot of opportunities to show for it. This time here in the second half, a couple of chances. There's still nothing on goal yet. This one through the middle. Something developed here for the Saints. They'll go backwards. Sean Votangen goes across. Opposite end, trying to attack that far side. They'll rotate back through the middle and now to the near side. Over for Sams. Touched back. Taken by Race. Through the middle. Cargill now playing some defense, trying to get that one over. Shovo Tangen was working his way into the box. Now this one cleared out. Taken by Race. Looks across and gets it over for Sabi. Sabi. Elevated pass on the near side. Shovo Tangen. Over for Race. Drops it back. Through the middle. Sabi has to get there. Good play there by Sabi to just get it back to his defender. Segun took some contact there, but quickly gets back up. Marks his man. On the far side. Linga. Cross comes in. This one off the head of Jock. Shot goes in! Golazo! What a strike on the far side. Rebound, and Siena has equalized. What a goal there. A beautiful strike from Antonio Linga. Got the rebound, struck it far post, and buries it in the back of the net. The redshirt senior, his third career goal, his first on the season. And we are tied at 1-1 here in the 66th minute. Back around for the Eagles, so the response here in the second half from Siena. And again, if you're head coach Graciano Brito, got to be happy after giving up 3 goals in that second half against Providence, losing that game in shutout fashion. You get one back against the Power 5 opponent here in Boston College, and this is anybody's game here as we head down to the wire. Far side, Souza. Jakes will get it back over for Souza. Again, Siena just applying some pressure here in the second half. It's their first shot on goal. It goes in. Eagles going to try to space out this Siena defense. Patiently work their way up towards midfield. Now on the near side, Williams will get it back. Souza will settle. Souza, who's kind of a journeyman, has played all the minutes. Most of his career, he's logged 1,258 minutes his junior year, a season high against Virginia Tech, 110. This one back through, settled nicely by Segun. And Jesus will find it back. The Eagles will try to restart on the far side with Shapiro Thompson. Souza through the middle. White now finds Williams. Williams will close the gap here as he pushes forward with Rose to his left. Rose through ball up front for Bodie, and it's cleared out there by the defense. Coming there across was Thomas Sams, the sophomore, gets there. Ochoa awaiting to check in here. Looks like Williams will head to the bench for the Eagles. Tied at 1-1 here on ACC Network Extra. I'm Luis Sanchez, happy to be with you on a beautiful Tuesday evening. The rain coming down here in Newton. Stefan Sigurdarsson scoring in the 36th minute to make it 1-0 Boston College. And in the 66th, it was Antonio Linga to make it 1-1 here for Siena. Back on the near side. Back all the way down for Rose, but just out of reach. So Brennan Klein made his first start on the season against Northeastern. Gave up 2 goals in that game. No saves against the Huskies. No saves in this one either. Third goal given up here on home turf. And that 3-0 shutout against UMass. Siena's forced back in their own zone. Good move there to get by Shapiro Thompson. And now the Saints will look upfield. Plenty of space to work with. They come on the near side for Race. Lead pass ahead for Hersey. Hersey looks across. That is cut off by the Eagles defense. Now another chance. Bodie is going to try to give chase here on the near side. Goes all the way back for Chauvon Tangen. Good move by Sabi. Sabi fires a shot just over and wide. Well, the confidence picking up here for the Saints in the second half. It's going to lead to a substitution for the Eagles. They're going to bring in Stefan Sigurdarsson. It's going to come in for Ponce. Back across. Off the head of Bodie. Now Hersey. Trying to race past Jackson. Jocks will get there, try to utilize his body, get some support. Now gets it out for White to the near side for Ochoa. Tries to send Rose ahead, and he will. Rose on the near side. Pass it back, and the Eagles will reset here offensively. Try to push Siena back. Find those lanes. Little give and go. Segun on the far side. Gonna pull it back, gives it up to Shapiro Thompson. Too heavy on the touch, it's gonna go out of play. And looks like we're gonna get a stoppage here. Shapiro Thompson not happy with it. Looks like he will be booked with a yellow card. He was immediately adamant that he didn't make contact with the Saints player over there. But it will be a yellow card given to Shapiro Thompson. Eagles are second in the ACC in fouls. They came into today's game with 47. Siena 6th in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. League of 11 teams. Siena selected 5th in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. The team that finished 4th last year and was able to host a postseason game. You can see there, Marist, the preseason favorite, there in the MAC. Rider semifinalist, or excuse me, runner-up a year ago. Fairfield, Quinnipiac should both have good teams this year. So it'll be a goal kick, free kick from the box, but technically a chance here for Siena to move upfield on the boot of Monroe. Header is won by White. Now sent back. As Segun tries to win it back. This one's curved towards the far side, and Jocks will just dive out, play it out. Zabi's trying to move that ball forward, but he's going to get pushed back by the official. Substitution out for the Saints. Be Jakob Arochige Jensen back out onto the field for Siena. The first Siena player from Denmark in at least 15 years. This one back out. Chance coming for the Saints. It's going to be a corner kick on that far side. Looks like Eric Race, the sophomore, will set it up on that far side. Race sends in the cross. Just out of reach, making an attempt. There's Arochige Jensen. Eagles will get a substitution here on the near side. Looks like Adrian Zenko, graduate student, will check back in. Good effort for Sam White, the sophomore, who gets a little rest here on the near side. Klein will boot it past midfield, settled by Sigurdarsson. Rose tries to win his battle, gets back up, gets it back to the defense. That's what Bob Thompson wants. Wants those battles won. Don't want to give opponents opposite opportunities. And Rose was able to keep that ball in play here for the Eagles. Now Souza runs into some trouble. He's going to utilize the goalkeeper here in Klein to send it back. Through the middle for Jocks. Now Souza. Rotating it through the middle. Shapiro Thompson tries to make a run on that far side. Didn't look like Jocks saw him. We'll switch it back over for Souza. Now through. Segun for Shapiro Thompson. Gonna get the cross in. Trying to tip it, some contact there on Rose. Bodie was trying to find a rebound, and Sean Rose had a good chance on it. Looked like he was held up and overran it. So now a chance here for the Saints. Breaking down the defense is Cole Hellert. Hellert's going to draw the foul. It's going to be a stoppage here. Looks like a free kick coming. So it's going to be a yellow card. Looks like the official's not sure who the yellow card will go against, as he gives it currently to Adrian Zenko. I'm not sure the official on the far side is going to get some assistance from his line judges here. So Ted Cargill will get the yellow card. I think the foul should be on Jocks, but not sure. Did he give out two yellows? One to Will Jocks and one to Ted Cargill. It's going to be a free kick coming up for the Saints. They'll position themselves on the left side. A runner through his race. Kick goes in off the defense. The wall got all of that one and kicks it out towards the corner. Eagles will give up the throw in here on the near side. 75th minute action here in Newton. Throw in will come from Siena, actually, on the near side. Taking through the action so far here today, Stefan Sigurdarsson, his 5th goal on the season, now tied for the ACC lead in goals. That came in the 36th minute. In the 66th, it was Antonio Linga. His 1st goal of the year. Race runs into a body. Segun has done a really good job defensively. He creates the turnover. Back over for Bodie. Bodie through the middle. Here's a chance for the Eagles. 4-on-3 develops. Segun on the left. There's a chance for Zenko on the right. Gives it to Shapiro Thompson. Monroe comes out. Shapiro Thompson denied. Monroe kicks it out. Another big save for Siena. Substitutions coming back in for the Eagles. Segun's going to step out. And Camilo Ponce will come back in for the Eagles. Throw-in comes in, looking for Sigurdarsson. Cut off there by the Saints and intercepted by Sobi. Contact there, foul goals against Siena, and the Eagles will try to go quickly. Free kick coming. Ochoa on the far side. Has Adrian Zenko with him. It's going to be Ochoa who's going to take it. Some pushing and shoving just up top the box. Sigurdarsson will set up there. Sigurdarsson looks for it. It's cut off. Thomas Sams gets ahead on it. It's going to be a corner for the Eagles. They took the lead in the 36th minute. There's a chance with the corner upcoming here in the second half. Deep corner comes back for Ochoa. Puts a foot on it. Header goes across for Souza. Now it's cleared out by Race. No chance for Shapiro Thompson trying to stop this opportunity from the Saints. Sabi and Rose, they collide on the far side. Clean play defensively. Goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Saints. It's getting a little chippy out there as teams are trying to earn every inch. Back for Gardner. Tries to chip it. Instead, it's cleared out by the BC defense. Shapiro Thompson tries to put a leg on that one. Sabi will take it. Creates the rushing opportunity and now started back by Kone and forced back to Shapiro Thompson. Back and forth we go at midfield. Sigurdarsson, touch pass in front, looking for Ponce. But taken by the Saints defense. 78th minute. On the near side. Sean Votangen to the opposite end. Sigurdarsson makes a play on the ball and looks like he got too much contact there on Henrik Winkelmann. And he'll be called for a foul, but no card from the official. Sigurdarsson not happy, but Siena will get a free kick here on their own zone. Really, the second half has belonged to the Saints. They've generated opportunities and put this BC defense on their heels. They equalized in the 66th on Linga's goal. They continue to threaten. Contact there as Ochoa is taken down. We'll send it to the far side. Both these teams trying to win the battles. Bodie gets by the defender, but the pass is too far in front. This is going to be a lucky souvenir for the Newton neighbors. This one for Shapiro Thompson on the quick throw-in. Trying to get by the defense, and Shapiro Thompson, too much contact there. Another foul is assessed on the Eagles. It'll be a free kick coming up for the Saints. Time winding down here in the second half. Tied at 1-1. Trying to send the Saints up. Kone with Souza tangled up. And Souza's going to win that battle and send this downfield. Another ball out of play. to the near side. You can see the foul count. Boston College 11, Siena 8. I told you BC came in second in the ACC in fouls. Something Bob Thompson wanted to clean up this year, is giving those opportunities to his opponents. Siena as well, one of those teams in the MAC that trying to clean up their game as well. Came in top 6 in the conference in fouls. Got 8. Taking a couple of cards. This is for Rose. Lets it bounce. Plays it off the head. Wanted to get a handball in the box. Looked like it might have hit off the side of the body. Back. Contact there. Siena will play. No, it's going to be a stoppage here with 81st minute. Ochoa getting a warning. Sean Votangen just came over to the near side and just said, every time I get it, they kick it and they kick it. And you can show he's frustrated with it. The official has been on it today, though. This game didn't really pick up on aggressiveness until here in the second half. Official trying to keep this one calm out on the field. Ochoa getting some time to retie his cleats.
We got this, boy. We got this.
81st minute. Ochoa will get a chance to reset back into his position. The free kick comes just about midfield. It's going to be Eric Race. Gonna get it started. Back for Sabi. Now Race looks ahead to the near side. Sean Votangen gets it off the defender and Rose. Throw-in comes on the near side. Looks like we're going to get a substitution. So Nick Fernandez checking back in, the Patterson, New York native. Product out of Carmel High School. Looks like Kone will check out for the Saints. Throw in coming in BC territory. Reyes gets it taken away by Ochoa. Through the middle for Sigadarson. Kick back towards Shapiro Thompson. And now Bodie. Bodie, great control, tried to settle, gets it back to Shapiro Thompson. He looks up, through ball looking for Sigadarson just behind. And now touched by Ponce. Ponce got it off the hand, and Shapiro Thompson, who was on the opposite side of the field, comes back. He gets taken down on that kick out of bounds. There's somebody on the field that's hungry for an opportunity. It's Amos Shapiro Thompson. Jogs to the far side for Souza. Spinning back is Souza. Gets the pass across for Bodie. Taken away by the Saints, and now clear towards the middle. Pass for Fernandez. It's a race between Jocks and Fernandez, and Jocks is taken down from behind. There'll be a free kick coming up for the Eagles. Good sportsmanship on that far side by Nick Fernandez. Adrian Zenko will get it started for the Eagles. 8 minutes remaining here in the second half. Rose on the near side. Looks for the pass across for Ponce. He gets behind the defense. We'll cut it back. Ponce up top. Taken by Zenko, and that comes in on Monroe. Miscommunication there, and that ball goes right into the arms of Greg Monroe. Good play that developed for the Eagles. Well, Boston College women's soccer will have a big game coming up. We'll take on Army this upcoming Sunday at 1:30. That game will be on ACC Network. Check your local listings to find that channel. Should be a good one. Boston College picking up a win against Boston University in their most recent contest. Army West Point, always a great team. On the near side, the throw will come in. Going to stop the clock. So Sean Votangen trying to get the throw in at midfield. So the official not happy about where the spot is for the throw-in. And Graciano Brito trying to give the official an earful on where the starting position is. This one coming back defensively. Winkleman looks to spread it across. Saints try to space it out, cross in the box, goes far side, trying to give chase and keep it in, but rolls out. Siena really knocking on the door here in the second half. Brennan Klein will get a chance to send this upfield for the Eagles. Back on the far side, taken by Gardner. Looks to thread that one through, but it's taken back by Zenko off the deflection. Now Ponce ahead for Sigurdarsson. Sigurdarsson with Shapiro Thompson on his right, gives it up. Here's Shapiro Thompson, fires a shot near side, just wide. Good effort by Shapiro Thompson on the pass from Sigurdarsson, just could not find the right angle. Greg Monroe, again, a good job covering that far side. '84th minute. And we get a stoppage here as like there's a player down in the box for Siena. A couple of loose laces out here today. Well, Boston College will close this one out against Siena and then open up conference play against Clemson, number one team in the country. They'll take on Louisville here in Newton before traveling down Commonwealth Ave to take on rivals Boston University. Continue that road trip against Duke and Notre Dame, two teams in the top 25. This on the near side, looking for the long ball. Off the chest and played by Hellert. Hellert was looking for the through ball, but no one there. Klein's going to come out and just try to clear the zone. To the far side, it goes for Bodie. Bodie using his speed. Going to get by one defender. Now Shapiro Thompson with a chance. You see two players marking Sigurdarsson to his left. Sigurdarsson looks for a chance, just can't get elevated on the cross from Shapiro Thompson. Goal kick coming for Monroe. Greg Monroe has done all he can to keep this one close. Some big saves in that first half. He's read the play and been aware here all second half. Continuing the run here on the near side, Hellert. Rose gets a piece of him, will go tumbling down as Hellert draws the free kick. This one's going to get pushed back. Sean Votangen get the chance for the free kick. Actually, it's going to be Eric Race gets it back. A couple of subs waiting to check in for Boston College. Christian Behar on the near sideline with Sam White. This cross goes into the box. Gardner is going to spin it around and wait for some reinforcements to come in. Gardner trying to size up the D. Back out. Good pressure again. Now Race will settle. Race chips the pass to the near side. A little miscommunication there, but it settles nicely towards the corner. Working for it to the near side. Sean Votangen crossing it in. Back to the near side. Eagles will take it back. Ponce looking for the lane ahead. Sigurdarsson tries to finagle the defense, but it's kicked out. Subs coming in for Boston College. Ted Cargill. Tyshawn Rose will check out for the Eagles. Choa on the near side. Switching it over for Souza. For Shapiro Thompson. Battle for the ball. Kicked out towards midfield. Back over for Ochoa. Both teams trying to exchange opportunities here in the second half. Ponce on the near side. Gets it over for White. Switch it over to the far side. Souza pinches ahead. Now back through the middle, taken by Zenko. Zenko in the box. Zenko trying to cross it. Didn't get it. Looks like it was deflected off the defender. It's going to be a corner upcoming. 3 minutes remaining here in the second half. Shapiro Thompson looking for Sigurdarsson, headed out by the defense. Now Ochoa, little curveball comes back right at him. Ochoa trying to get across back over. Back post, Zenko was waiting. Now Shapiro Thompson keeps it close. Souza trying to head it at the top of the box. Some body contact, but a clean play. Behar battles for the header. Turned over. Taken by the Saints, now back by White. White is taken down right there just beyond midfield. Could have led to a 2-on-1 for the Saints, but it's called back, and Boston College will get the free kick. 88th minute, and we count on. Souza to the far side. Looks for White. Jogs on the near side. Has Ochoa to the left, goes to Souza on the right. Both teams not trying to make a mistake here late in this one. Far side looking for the pass back for Shapiro Thompson. Gets it into the box. White settles. Touch pass across for Ponce. Now Ochoa. Pushed forward. This cross comes in. Punched out by Monroe. Shapiro Thompson tries to track it down, and he will. Calls off Souza. 100 seconds remaining. Back for Bodie. Bodie, a shot saved by Monroe on the dive. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Eagles with 90 seconds remaining. Corner on the far side. Eagles trying to settle the troops and get them in the box. Cross comes in. Headed by Souza. Shot there is cleared out by Race. Now White trying to quickly get the pass in. Behar. Cross field. Settled. Now Zenko. Less than a minute to play here in Newton. Shapiro Thompson looks backside. Has Ponce. Ponce chips it. Not the right idea on the shot for Ponce. He buries his head in his shirt. And Monroe will send the troops up. Time continues to wind here in Newton. This one comes right back out with 30 seconds remaining. Looking for the throw-in on that far side. 25 seconds remain here in the second half. Ponce back around from Behar. Clear it out. Long throw. Kicked back. Out of play with 8 seconds remaining. Quick throw from Sigurdarsson. He looks over for Bodie. Bodie tries to give it back over for Behar. Behar as the time expires here in Newton. Well, Boston College and Siena battled until the final whistle. And that does it here from Newton. This game ends in a 1-1 draw between the Saints of Siena College and the Eagles of Boston College. This was a good